Welcome to this rigorous scientific lecture on topological insulator nanodevices. Today we're going to explore one of the most fascinating phenomena in condensed matter physics, materials that are insulating in their bulk but conduct electricity on their surfaces. Let's start with the fundamental paradox. Imagine a material where the interior is completely insulating. Electrons cannot move through the bulk. Yet, on the surface, electrons flow freely with remarkable conductivity. Here's a schematic. The blue region represents the bulk interior, which is insulating. The red boundary represents the surface where current flows freely. This is not just a thin metallic coating. This is a fundamental quantum mechanical property. So the natural question arises, why does this happen? What makes the surface special? The answer lies in topology and quantum mechanics. Topology is a branch of mathematics that studies properties preserved under continuous deformations. In physics, we can classify materials by their topological invariants. In topological insulators, the electronic band structure possesses a topological invariant called the Z2 index. This is either 0 or 1, like a binary switch. An ordinary insulator has Z2 equals 0. A topological insulator has Z2 equals 1. This Z2 invariant cannot change smoothly. It's a discrete quantum number. This robustness is the key to understanding surface states. The most important principle in topological physics is the bulk boundary correspondence. This states that a topological invariant in the bulk guarantees protected states at the boundary. The non-trivial topology of the bulk, Z2 equals 1, mathematically guarantees the existence of conducting surface states. This is not optional. It's a theorem. What makes these surface states special compared to ordinary conducting surfaces? The answer is their spin momentum locking. In topological insulator surface states, the electron's spin direction is locked perpendicular to its momentum. This is a relativistic quantum effect. Imagine an electron moving to the right. Its spin must point upward perpendicular to the motion. If the electron moves left, its spin must point downward. This locking is rigid and protected by time reversal symmetry. The surface states form a Dirac cone in momentum space. Let me show you the dispersion relation. The energy is proportional to the magnitude of the wave vector k, where versus f is the Fermi velocity. This is exactly like massless relativistic particles. This is the famous Dirac cone. The upper and lower cones touch at a single point called the Dirac point. At this point, the energy gap is exactly 0. This linear dispersion gives electrons an effective speed of about 1 million meters per second. Let's do a quick quantitative estimate. What is the typical Fermi velocity in a topological insulator? The Fermi velocity is approximately 1/300th the speed of light, so versus f is about 10 to the 6 meters per second. That's 1 million meters per second. This is ultra-fast compared to ordinary semiconductors, where electron velocities are typically 10,000 meters per second. Now let's estimate the surface current density. Suppose we have a surface carrier density of 10 to the 12 electrons per square centimeter. That's 10 to the 16 electrons per square meter. Current density J equals surface density times charge times drift velocity. If we apply a moderate field giving drift velocity of 10 to the 4 meters per second, we get J equals 10 to the 16 times 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 10 to the 4. This gives about 16,000 amperes per square meter, or 1.6 amperes per square centimeter. That's a substantial current density for surface transport. Now we come to the most remarkable feature. Why is surface transport robust against disorder? This is the topological protection in action. Imagine you introduce impurities, defects, or roughness on the surface. In an ordinary conductor, this scatters electrons and increases resistance. But in topological insulators, something special happens. The surface states are protected by time reversal symmetry. Let me explain what this means physically. Consider an electron moving in one direction with spin up. Its time reversal partner moves in the opposite direction with spin down. These are Kramer's pairs. They must exist together by time reversal symmetry. Here's the key insight. A non-magnetic impurity cannot flip the electron spin. But to scatter backwards, the electron must flip its spin because of spin momentum locking. To go from momentum k to momentum negative k requires flipping the spin by 180 degrees, but ordinary impurities preserve spin. Therefore, backscattering is topologically forbidden. The electron can scatter at small angles, but perfect backscattering is prohibited. An electron approaching an impurity can scatter forward at various angles, but it cannot scatter straight backwards. This is the essence of topological protection. We can quantify this robustness. Define the mean free path as the average distance an electron travels before scattering. Mean free path equals velocity times scattering time tau. In ordinary 2D conductors with disorder, this might be 10 to 100 nanometers. But in topological insulator surfaces, even with significant disorder, mean free paths can exceed 1 micrometer. That's 10 times longer than ordinary systems. How do we experimentally verify these topological surface states? There are several key signatures. First, angle-resolved photoemission spectroscopy, or ARPES, directly measures the electronic dispersion and reveals the Dirac cone structure. Second, scanning tunneling microscopy can image the surface and reveal interference patterns that demonstrate the protection against backscattering. Third, transport measurements show weak antilocalization, a quantum interference effect that's a hallmark of topological surface states. Let's discuss real materials. One of the best studied topological insulators is bismuth selenide, B2SE3. Bismuth selenide has a layered structure. The bulk band gap is about 300 millielectronvolts. A band gap of 300 millielectronvolts corresponds to about 3,500 Kelvin in temperature units. This means the bulk insulating character persists even at room temperature. The surface states of bismuth selenide have remarkable properties. The Fermi velocity is about 5 times 10 to the 5 meters per second. The electron mobility exceeds 1,000 square centimeters per volt second. This is excellent for a surface state. Let's calculate this surface sheet conductance. The conductivity is given by sigma equals N times E times mu. With surface density 10 to the 12 per square centimeter and mobility 1,000, we get sigma equals 10 to the 12 times 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 1,000. This gives about 1.6 times 10 to the negative 4 Siemens, or 0.16 millisiemens. This is a measurable and useful conductance. Now let's discuss nanodevice applications. The unique properties of topological insulators enable novel device concepts. First, low-power transistors. The protected surface channels could enable transistors with reduced scattering and lower power consumption. Second, spintronic devices. The spin momentum locking allows efficient generation and detection of spin currents. Third, quantum computing. When combined with superconductors, topological insulators can host Majorana fermions, exotic particles useful for topological quantum computation. An important question. What happens if we introduce magnetic impurities? These can break time reversal symmetry. Magnetic impurities can flip electron spins, so they can cause backscattering. This breaks the topological protection. When time reversal symmetry is broken, a gap opens at the Dirac point. The surface becomes insulating. The gap size depends on the magnetic impurity concentration. Even a small amount of magnetic disorder can significantly affect transport. Let's consider thermal effects. At finite temperature, thermal excitations across the bulk gap can contribute to conduction. The bulk carrier density goes as exponential of negative band gap over 2 kBt. For bismuth selenide with 300 millielectron-volt gap, at room temperature this is exponential of -6. This gives a suppression factor of about 10 to the -3. So bulk conduction is negligible at room temperature and surface transport dominates. There are several important length scales to consider in these systems. The Fermi wavelength is typically about 1 nanometer. This sets the minimum feature size for quantum effects. The electron-electron scattering length is about 100 nanometers. Below this scale, electrons behave coherently. The phase coherence length can reach 1 micrometer at low temperatures. This is the distance over which quantum interference is maintained. For practical nanodevices, we need to consider several design parameters. If the device size is much larger than 100 nanometers, we're in the classical transport regime. Standard Drude theory applies. If device size is less than the phase coherence length, quantum interference effects become important. We need to use quantum transport theory. As devices shrink to the nanoscale, the surface-to-volume ratio increases. This means surface transport becomes even more dominant. It's instructive to compare topological insulators with graphene. Both have Dirac fermions and linear dispersion. Graphene is a purely two-dimensional material with valley degeneracy. It does not have intrinsic spin momentum locking. Topological insulators are three-dimensional materials with conducting two-dimensional surfaces. The spin momentum locking is built in by topology. Graphene's Dirac point can be gapped by substrate effects or strain. The topological insulator surface cannot be gapped without breaking time reversal symmetry. We should discuss the subtle interplay between disorder and localization. Even though backscattering is suppressed, strong disorder can still cause localization. In the weak disorder limit, states remain extended and conductivity is high. This is the topologically protected regime. In strong disorder, electron and hole puddles can form, and mobility edges appear. Transport becomes more complicated. The criterion for weak disorder is Kf times mean, free path much greater than 1. This is the semi-classical regime where topological protection is most evident. There's a deep connection between topological insulators and the quantum Hall effect. Both are topological phases. The quantum Hall effect requires a strong magnetic field and breaks time reversal symmetry. Edge states propagate in one direction only. Topological insulators require no magnetic field. They preserve time reversal symmetry. Surface states have both directions of propagation. But both phenomena share the same underlying principle. Bulk topology guarantees boundary states that are robust against disorder. Let me conclude with future directions in this field. First, higher-order topological insulators. These are 3D materials with conducting states not on surfaces, but on one-dimensional hinges or zero-dimensional corners. Second, magnetic topological insulators. Breaking time reversal symmetry in controlled ways can lead to quantum anomalous Hall states with dissipationless transport. Third, topological superconductors. The interface between topological insulators and superconductors hosts Majorana zero modes, which are the building blocks for fault-tolerant quantum computers. Let me summarize the key physics we've covered today. Topological insulators have an insulating bulk and conducting surface states. This is guaranteed by the non-trivial Z2 topology of the bulk band structure. Surface states exhibit spin momentum locking and linear Dirac dispersion. They behave like massless relativistic fermions. Time reversal symmetry protects these states against non-magnetic disorder. Backscattering is topologically forbidden, leading to robust transport. Nanodevices can exploit this robustness for low-power electronics, spintronics, and quantum computing applications. The surface-to-volume ratio increases at the nanoscale, making topological effects even more prominent. Our back-of-the-envelope calculations show that topological surface states can carry substantial currents with mobilities exceeding 1,000 square centimeters per volt second. Mean free paths can exceed 1 micrometer even in the presence of disorder. Finally, there remain important open questions in this field. Can we develop materials with larger bulk gaps to ensure robust room temperature operation? Current materials like bismuth selenide work, but better materials would expand applications. How do we reliably isolate surface transport from residual bulk conduction in real devices? This requires careful material growth and Fermi-level tuning. What new physics emerges when we create heterostructures, combining topological insulators with other quantum materials? This is an active area of research, with many surprises still to be discovered.